Good afternoon. My name is Tumi Tladi and welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's get down to business of today. So I intend to do 2 sessions today, and yeah, let's go and see what we need to do today. Now, the very first session, I need to do a little bit of studying to show you something about Xamarin, particularly this app of mine, Identical Dogs. So we are currently in the midst of a Xamarin series. Please, if this video is the only video that you're currently watching, maybe you just bump into this, or someone told you about this, or by mistake you were just going around to YouTube and you bump into this. For you to understand this video, what I intend to do in the next video, you need to watch the entire Xamarin series on Xamarin playlist on my YouTube channel. For you to understand this Xamarin series on the playlist, you need to watch all my other videos. Does that sound like I'm making sense? Of course. This is video number 106, like 106. Okay, let's get down to business. So in our previous episode, we covered part 2 of voice messages. So let's mark this video as done, where we're looking at how to create a recording or audio recording. Okay, now video number 21. I'm not gonna do app shell at the moment, but video number 21, I want to focus on Xamarin essentials. This is very, very important package. Let me call it package. I want to call it library, but this is very important. I want you to understand this package called Xamarin Essentials, because Xamarin right now, yes, it was a Xamarin before this package, but what Microsoft did, the team that's working on Xamarin, and what the community of Xamarin did, it's something that's amazing. Really something that's amazing. So this is very important to understand the next episode I intend to do. The next episode is going to be location services. So when I talk about the permission, it's very, very important that I cover this specific topic of location services. Now, for me to utilize this API called location, or to get the, to check the permission to get access to the location services, I believe I need to, we rely on Xamarin Essentials NuGet package. So I'm doing a lot of talking. Let's get down to business. Let's go to Firefox, because like I said, Xamarin team, that's a team of Microsoft. So let me type in Xamarin Essentials. Xamarin teams, along with the community, they did a fantastic job. This is what powers a Xamarin.Forms application. Now, the same team is also working on .NET MAUI. It's .NET multi-platform user interface. Yes, they're also working on MAUI Essentials. So in Xamarin, it's called Xamarin Essentials. Here it is. But in MAUI, it's going to be called MAUI Essentials. In fact, let's do this. Let's see. MAUI Essentials. Let me see if the team has already started with this. Yes, no. We'll talk about this in a second. Cool. Let's go back to this blog post. This is the only thing I want to attach right now, because we need to understand, me as a developer, that's the thing about these institutions. I read a very interesting post on LinkedIn about how this person was encouraging an intern, or this person was looking for a job, but this person doesn't want anything that's paying less than 5,000, and then how he understands that, you don't have that much of what the industry is in need of right now, and this is the problem of the institutions. So in this case, that I wasn't taught Xamarin. No one taught me Xamarin. I self-taught myself Xamarin, and then when I bump into this documentation when I heard about Xamarin Essentials. In fact, Xamarin Essentials came while I was still busy with Xamarin. It came afterwards. I was still busy figuring out Xamarin because I had a lot of small stuff I was trying to figure out about Xamarin. Then this dropped, and it was a game changer for me as a Xamarin developer. Okay, so you can read this, but what it simply says it is Xamarin.Essentials provides developers with cross-platform APIs. When I keep on saying this API from Xamarin Essentials, it simply means that it's an API for their mobile application. Android, iOS, and UWP offer unique operating system and platform APIs that developers have access to all in C#, leveraging Xamarin. Xamarin Essentials provides a single cross-platform API that works with any Xamarin.Forms Android, iOS, or UWP application that can be accessed from shared code. You see, that's a critical thing. I know you can read for yourself, but I hope that your attitude towards this video is going to be the one of, I have a teachable spirit. Let me allow Tumi Tladi to teach me. I know you can read for yourself. Listen to what I have to say. I'm not an expert of a Xamarin. I'm not hired by Xamarin or Microsoft. I'm telling you what I did to build my app successfully. Cool. So the most critical thing is this. Application that can be accessed from shared code no matter how the user interface is created. Whenever you bring any API into your Xamarin.Forms application, make sure that it's on shared project, not on platform specific project, not on Android, iOS, or UWP. Then Maui is going to be also for Mac OS. No, on shared project. Cool. So now going to a list of features. These are all the features. I've used, I believe, 40 if not 50%. This is incredible. I don't want to lie. This is super incredible. Okay, so the ones that I've used, and then we're gonna take a look at the one I intend to show in the next episode when we do location, services, particularly looking at the permission. So this one I don't use it, but this one came afterwards. This app actions came afterwards. Okay, so maybe I might look into this one. I believe app actions, let's go to I believe app actions is something like this. Let me do duo or duo. If I do this, do you see that? This is, I believe, app action, as opposed to my own app. When I do this, it only shows like the standard actions, but duo has additional stuff. Make a video call, send a video, connect with my love, blah 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 blah. Okay, and then let me look at your phone companion. It's from Microsoft. It doesn't have that. LinkedIn has something, share, notification, message, search. So this is something that's very interesting, that you can do, and I love it. Maybe I might integrate this in my app or the next app. So that's app actions. It's incredible. App information, I definitely using this one. App theme, no. Barometer, not. Battery, no. Clipboard, no. Color converters, no. Compass, no. Connectivity, yes. Yes, connectivity definitely, and I probably might show that, but we already covered this. Wait, I'm looking for this. We already covered this when we did episode on connectivity view number 11. So then we looked at this connectivity API. Contact, no. Detect shake, no. Device display information, yes. Device information, definitely. Email, yes. And I'll show this. I intend to show this one on the about page because my about page is interesting. So let me schedule that to say we need to look at the about page. It's very important because then I used email. I've also used something, SMS. No, something, but I know I used email. I'll show you. File picker. Now, this is very interesting because when we get to this page, we're gonna be doing uploads page, right? So the uploads page is going to come from the services. Yes, so we need to cover this. So on the uploads, when you attempt to, upload a file, a document, this was in here. The file picker was in here. The file picker only came after I implemented this functionality. So file picker is also interesting. And I wanted to make use of it, but I like the package that I have. Should I say the plugin that I have? So file system helpers. This also might be very interesting. I don't have it. Flashlight, I don't have it. Geocoding and geolocation. I am using geolocation. We're going to look at this one in the next episode when we look at the location services. I am using geolocation. Whatever this thing is, no, I don't have it. Haptic feedback, no. Launcher, yes, I do have launcher. Yes, definitely, I do have launcher. Magnetometer, whatever that thing is, no. Main thread, definitely yes. I'm using main thread API. Maps, yes, but not from Xamarin Essentials, and I'll talk about that. Please stay tuned for when we do the maps. We need to schedule a video where I show the maps. So before we can even get to app shell, we need to talk about maps. How did I set up the maps? So maps, we're going to talk about pins, labels, etc. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me just quickly go to identical docs. .co.za. So I just want to quickly show that I do have the map that I intend to show how I did set it up. And this map. So when I talk about this label, talk about the pin, we should talk about the distance. So not only that, we should talk about, I believe, the distance, yes, and labels, and then etc. Not that, etc. So I intend to show and make an episode to where I show how did I do this, because it works with my actual businesses from the database through the web API. So this is a very, very powerful thing. Okay, so but I don't use the maps from Xamarin Essentials, but it's also very important. Media Picker, I can also use it, but I'm not using it. Open Browser, definitely, I've used it. Orientation Sensor, no. Permissions, definitely, everything is permissions. And then phone dialer, yes. Phone dialer and email, I've used them on the About page, the one I intend to make. And then platform extension, no, these ones are different. I've never seen this API. Preferences, they're everywhere. My system is making use of preferences. They're called shared preferences. Screenshot, this was a very interesting API. And I want to talk about this screenshot API. So it was very, very interesting. Secure storage, no. Share, no. SMS, no. Text to speech, yes. Text to speech, definitely. Hint converter, no. Version tracking, no. Vibrate, yes. I'm using Vibrate. Web authenticator, I want to make use of this, but not now. I want to talk about the screenshot because one community developer for Xamarin, he's the one that built this API. Okay, I want to go to I want to go to but not now. I want to look at something here. So this is screenshot. I want to see if they're giving credit to the person who built it. No, they are not. It's fine. So the one that we're gonna be looking at in our next episode, it's called Geolocation. This one. We're gonna be looking at this one, definitely. And then another thing that I need to tell you that you should know about it is this library is that some of the platform specifics you need to make sure that you cover them like this. To access the geolocation functionality, the following platform specific setup is required. So when you're setting up certain things on Android, specifically on Android, they will guide you on what to do. And then what you need to do for iOS, what you need to do for UWP. Okay, so they will guide you on what needs to be done on which platform specific. So it's a very, very interesting thing. So yes, this is something that we intend to cover in the next episode. Yes, this one, definitely, 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 yes, we need to cover this. Yeah, there's a lot. Also, there are videos, the guy that's presenting these APIs, he called the place the essential API of the week. His name is James Montemagno. He's a fantastic guy. He's a PM for Microsoft Xamarin. Xamarin from Microsoft, yes. So some of them, they do have accompanying video. So yeah, I want to go to GitHub because it's worth going to GitHub for this API, and I'll go to Maui in a second, but I want to go to Essentials, and I want to stop right here. Good. So Xamarin Essentials, yes. Now, what about Maui Essentials? You see they're saying Xamarin.Essentials 1.7 introducing .NET Maui Essentials. So is there GitHub repo here? No. Wait. I think I saw something on here. Okay, this guy is covering, there's an article. Okay, so let's move all the way up and let's look at this block. Okay, because what they're doing is that they're gonna move now from Xamarin Essentials to Maui Essentials. So this is this is the guy, James Montemagno. I believe he's a lead when it comes to Xamarin Essentials, lead developer. Okay, so Xamarin Essentials has become a critical library for .NET developers building apps across iOS, Android, Tizen, macOS, and Windows since its original release over 3 years ago. Since then, the library has been installed nearly 10 million times, has 79 contributors, has been stayed 1,400 times on GitHub, and has been the foundation for developers around the globe to access native APIs. Today, I would like to share with you what is new in the latest version of Xamarin Essentials 1.7 and talk about the future roadmap of the library as .NET Maui approaches this fall. So I'm not going to get into 1.7. This web authenticate, I want to make use of it. Like I'm going to make use of it. Then .NET Maui Essentials. .NET Maui is the future of Xamarin.Forms, and .NET Maui Essentials is a future of Xamarin Essentials. .NET Maui Essentials is part of .NET Maui Kit. I was looking for this. Perfect. That's it. I don't need to read. So this person is talking about. Come on. Is it all you have to say? I'm not gonna read. Cool. So this is Xamarin Essentials. It has 1,450 commits, and it has 27 branches. It has a 254 issues, 39 pull requests. Okay, let me get my brightness for me to see better. There's the version. It has 1.7.0. That's the latest version, July 13th. And then now the number of contributors are 81, which is fantastic. It's mainly C#, like literally C#. So it's fantastic. Like it's fantastic. So this is Xamarin Essentials. And then .NET Maui. So .NET Maui, Source, and then Essential. They're still building this one. So they tried to do something yesterday, it failed. It worked, but I believe it's the checks that failed. Yes, so these people are busy. So this is now 547 issues. Well, this is for the .NET MAUI general and pull request 39. So I'm really excited about the future of .NET MAUI and this Xamarin Essentials. So the team it's busy. Like 22 minutes ago, they're very busy, very busy. Okay, so this is what I want to show. Yeah, I just want to keep this video short, focused. Now the last thing I can show is the package, how to set it up, because it's very important, and then just show a few of the APIs that I'm making use of. So let's wait for Visual Studio to wake up, and let's go to Shared Project. Now the most important thing about the Xamarin Essentials is the NuGet package. You need to install it across all the projects. So talking about the shared project itself, it's needed. So packages and the Xamarin Essentials, there we go, 1.5.2, that's the version I have. Because the problem with, that's a pro tip, the problem with updating or upgrading to the latest version of a NuGet package, it introduces breaking changes. So something might break, it definitely could break. So this is where now our version control it's able to help us. And please watch, I have a series on version control. It's very interesting. So also Xamarin Essentials on Android, it needs to be installed. And then on iOS, if I go to references and you see Xamarin Essentials, it's installed also, which is perfect. Okay, so now when you set it up, you're gonna go to main activity for Android. Just give it a couple of seconds for it to load the class. So you know that it gets to be installed. So on each platform, there's a bit of a setting up that you need to do, but most of the things are happening. 99.9% of the code is gonna be on the shared project. Do not forget that. It's very important that you understand that. And like I said, I'm doing this thing out of the goodness of my heart to explain certain things because you learn. That's how you're going to become better for the next project, the next system, the next app that you intend to build. That's why I take time to show you certain things, what I've learned. So if I confuse some of the terminology, well, it's because I'm just a human, but mostly because I taught myself, that self-taught. So there's no way I'm going to be an expert. I am an expert in my own way, but from your perspective, just understand that I'm trying to do my best. That's why I want to keep these videos relatively short, simple, straight to the point. Okay, so I'm just waiting for Visual Studio to finish initializing everything because I haven't used it today. So it takes a bit while to do its thing. And yeah. So how is the video so far? Do you have any thoughts? Please leave them down on the comment section below. Do you find this video sorry about that. Okay, because that person is interrupting me. So Xamarin Essentials. Okay, so the most important thing about Android, now when it comes to Essentials, this is where now we initialize Xamarin Essentials to say xamarin.essentials.platform.init. So this is where we initialize it. Let me quickly go to our iOS to look at app delegate class to do a comparison between these two. So let's see, is this where we initialize things? No. Is some of them main doesn't have, yes I know. So it seems like on iOS automatically it gets to be initialized, but how? because I don't see anything about the Xamarin Essentials. I see Xamarin.Forms for map and Xamarin.Forms. They each show Xamarin.Forms. Okay, so on iOS seems like you do not initialize it, but on Android you do. And then the next thing that you need to do is to do this. So this piece of code is directly from Xamarin Essentials. It will handle how you are requesting the permissions. So this handles everything about the permissions. So we are done. That's setting up. Now, how to make use of it? Let me quickly go to app.xaml, but the code behind, because I'm making use of some of the APIs. The very first API I'm making use of is preferences. So it's an API from Xamarin Essentials, as you can see. And then the second one I'm using is device display from Xamarin Essentials. And then because you have to add a using statement to have access to those APIs. And then I also have device info, as you can see. Yeah. And then I have many, like the vibrate. So that's Xamarin Essentials. You need it if you are thinking of going in the route of being a Xamarin developer. You need to understand that library. It's a massive library, as you saw from the blog post by James Montemagno, that yes, developers are adopting this library because what you don't want to do, here's the thing, what it does, right? Let me make an example of that preferences because they explain it perfectly. Okay, let me start with this one. You see this device display. One of the property that I'm leveraging out of this API is keep screen on. So it's said to be true. So do you see what it does? It gets us set if the screen should be kept on. Now, this guy, it will go and look for platform specific and then to look for the native API, it will apply that. You don't have to do this on Android or iOS or UWP or Tizen or Mac OS. You don't have to do that. You just do that from a Shep project, and then natively the APIs will automatically now be mapped to this API, and it will handle per platform. So a perfect example is going to be preferences. So it's a class to interact with the preferences or settings of the native platform. Each platform uses the platform provided native APIs for storing application or user preferences. So in Android, we call them shared preferences. In iOS, they're called as user defaults. In UWP, they're called application data container. So you don't have to do this across the three platforms. Platform specifics. No, you just do it once and then it will handle that, and it works. I've proven this multiple times. So with that being said, thank you very much for staying with me. I hope this video provided some insights into Xamarin Essentials and NuGet package. It's everything. The next thing that I'm about to do, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be location services. So what's gonna happen there basically is gonna be that what happens if the location, do you see the location is turned on? What's going to happen if when you install my app and the location it's not turned on? So we're about to do this live in the next episode. Thank you very much. Until next time.